Hey learners, this is Pranshi Verma. Welcome to my channel guys. In today's YouTube session, we are going to discuss multiple choice question and answer on digital communication. Okay, now let's start. In this, your first question is, in uniform quantization process, option A, the step size remains the same. Option B, step size varies according to the values of the input signal. Option C, the quantizer has linear characteristics. And option D, both A and C are correct here. Right answer is option D, both A and C are correct in uniform quantization. Okay, so in uniform quantization process, the step size remains the same. Okay, during complete process. Okay, and the quantizer has linear characteristics in uniform quantization. Okay, so right answer here is option D, both A and B. Next question. The process of converting the analog signal into discrete form is called option A, modulation, option B, multiplexing, option C, quantization, option D, sampling. Right answer is option C, quantization. Okay, the process of converting the analog sample into discrete form is called quantization. Next question. The characteristics of compression in mu law compending are option A, continuous in nature, option B, logarithmic in nature, option C, linear in nature, option D, discrete in nature. Right answer is option A, continuous in nature. The characteristics of compression in mu law compending are continuous in nature. Next question. The modulation techniques used to convert analog signal into digital signal are option A, pulse code modulation, option B, delta modulation, option C, adaptive delta modulation, option D, all of the above. Right answer is option D, all of the above. Okay, the modulation techniques used to convert analog signal into digital signal are pulse code modulation, delta modulation, and adaptive delta modulation also. So right answer here is option D, all of the above. Next question. The sequence of operations in which PCM is done is option A, sampling, quantizing, encoding respectively, option B, quantizing, encoding and sampling, option C, quantizing, sampling, encoding, option D, none of the above. Right answer here is option A, sampling, quantizing and encoding. Okay, sampling, quantizing, encoding is the sequence of operation in which PCM is done. Next question. In PCM, the parameter varied in accordance with the amplitude of the modulating signal is option A, amplitude, option B, frequency, option C, phase, option D, none of the above. Right answer is option D, none of the above. Next question. One of the disadvantages of PCM is option A, it requires large bandwidth, option B, very high noise, option C, cannot be decoded easily, option D, all of the above. Right answer is option A, it requires large bandwidth. Okay, one of the disadvantages of PCM is it requires large bandwidth. Okay, next question. The expression for bandwidth BW of a PCM system, where V is the number of bits per sample and FM is the modulating frequency, is given by option A, BW is greater than equal to BFM, option B, BW less than is equal to BFM, option C, BW is greater than equal to 2 BFM, option C, BW is greater than equal to 1 by 2 BFM. Okay, and right answer here is option A, VW is greater than equal to VFM. Okay, next question. The error probability of a PCM is option A, calculated using noise and intersymbol interference, option B, Gaussian noise plus error component due to inter-symbol interference. Option C, calculated using power spectral density. Option D, all of the above. Right answer here is option D, all of the above. Okay. The error probability of a PCM is calculated using noise and inter-symbol interference, and Gaussian noise plus error component due to inter-symbol interference, and calculated using spectral density. Okay. Next question. In delta modulation, option A, 1 bit per sample is transmitted. Option B, all the coded bits used for sampling are transmitted. Option C, the step size is fixed. Option D, both A and C are correct. Right answer here is option D. Both A and C are correct. Means in delta modulation, 1 bit per sample is transmitted is correct one, and the step size is fixed in delta modulation. Okay. Right answer is option D, and option B is false here. Next question. In digital transmission, the modulation techniques that requires minimum bandwidth is option A, delta modulation, option B, PCM, option C, DPCM, option D, PAM. Okay. And right answer here is option A, delta modulation. Okay. In digital transmission, the modulation techniques that requires minimum bandwidth is delta modulation. Okay. Next question. In delta modulation, the bit rate is option A, n times the sampling frequency, option B, n times the modulating frequency, option C, n times the Nyquist criteria, option D, none of the above. Right answer is option A, n times the sampling frequency. Okay. In delta modulation, the bit rate is n times the sampling frequency. Next question. In differential pulse code modulation techniques, the decoding is performed by option A, accumulator, option B, sampler, option C, PLL, and option D, quantizer. Right answer here is option A, accumulator. In differential pulse code modulation techniques, the decoding is performed by accumulator. Okay. Next question. DPCM is a technique, option A, to convert analog signal into digital signal, option B, where difference between successive samples of the analog signals are encoded into n-bit data streams, option C, where digital codes are the quantized values of the predicted values, and option D, all of the above. Right answer here is option D, all of the above. Okay. DPCM is a technique to convert analog signal into digital signals, and where difference between successive samples of the analog signals are encoded into n-bit data streams, and DPCM is a technique where digital codes are the quantized values of the predicted value. Okay. Next question. DPCM suffers from option A, slope overload distortion, option B, quantization noise, option C, both A and B, option D, none of the above. Right answer is option C, both A and B. Means DPCM suffers from option A, slope overload distortion, and quantization noise also. So right answer here is option C. Next question. The noise that affects PCM, option A, transmission noise, option B, quantizing noise, option C, transmit noise, option D, both A and B are correct. The answer is option D, both A and B are correct. Okay. The noise that affects PCM in this, transmission noise and quantization noise, they all are included. Okay. Next question. The factors that causes quantizing error in delta modulations are option A, slope overload distortion, option B, granular noise, option C, white noise, option D, both A and B are correct. Right answer is option D. Both A and B are correct. Means the factors that cause contagion error in delta modulations are slope overloaded distortions and granular noise. Okay. So right answer here is option D. Next question. Granular noise occurs when option A, step size is too small, option B, step size is too large, option C, there is interference from the adjacent channel, option D, bandwidth is too large. Right answer is option B. Granular noise occurs when step size is too large. Option B is right here. Next question. The crust factor of a waveform is given by option A, 2 peak value divided by RMS value. 2 peak value मतलब 2 multiply by peak value divided by RMS value. Okay. Option B, RMS value divided by peak value. Option C, peak value divided by RMS value. Option D, peak value divided by 2 RMS value. And right answer here is option C, peak value divided by RMS value. Okay. The crust factor of a waveform is given as peak value divided by RMS value. Next question. The digital modulation techniques in which the step size is varied according to the variation in the slope of the input is called, this is very important question. Option A, delta modulation. Option B, PCM. Option C, adaptive delta modulation. Option D, PAM. Right answer here is option C, adaptive delta modulation. The digital modulation techniques in which the step size is varied according to the variation in the slope of the input is called adaptive delta modulation. Next question. The digital modulation scheme in which the step size is not fixed is option A, delta modulation, option B, adaptive delta modulation, option C, DPCM, option D, PCM. Right answer is option B, adaptive delta modulation. Okay. The digital modulation scheme in which the step size is not fixed is, this scheme is adaptive delta modulation. Next question. In adaptive delta modulation, the slope error reduces and option A, quantization error decreases, option B, quantization error increases, option C, quantization error remains the same, option D, none of the above. Right answer is option B. In adaptive delta modulation, the slope error reduces and quantization error increases. Okay. Next question. The number of voice channels that can be accommodated for transmission in T1 carrier system is option A, 24, option B, 32, option C, 56, option D, 64. Right answer is option A, 24. The number of voice channels that can be accommodated for transmission in T1 carrier system is 24. Next question. The maximum data transmission rate in T1 carrier system is option A, 2.6 megabits per second, option B, 1000 megabits per second, option C, 1.544 megabits per second, option D, 5.6 megabits per second. And right answer here is option C, 1.544 megabits per second. Okay. The maximum data transmission rate in T1 carrier system is 1.544 megabits per second. Next question. T1 carrier system is used option A for PCM voice transmission, option B for delta modulation, option C for frequency modulated signals, option D, none of the above. Right answer is option A. T1 carrier system is used for PCM voice transmission. Okay, so right answer here is option A. Next question. Matched filter may be optimally used only for option A, Gaussian noise, option B, transmit time noise, option C, flicker, option D, all of the above. Right answer is option A, Gaussian noise. Okay. Matched filter may be optimally used only for Gaussian noise. Okay. Next question. Characteristics of matched filter are: option A, matched filter is used for maximize signal to noise ratio even for non-quotient noise. Option B, it gives the output as signal energy in the absence of noise. Option C, they are used for signal detection. Option D, all of the above. Right answer is option D, all of the above. So option A, B, C, they all are the characteristics of matched filter. Next question. Matched filters may be used, option A, to estimate the frequency of the received signal. Option B, in parameter estimation problems. Option C, to estimate the distance of the object. Option D, all of the above. Right answer is option D, all of the above. So matched filter may be used in option A, B, C. They all are correct here. So right answer is option D. Okay. Next question. The process of coding multiplexer output into electrical pulses or waveform for transmission is called: option A, line coding. Option B, amplitude modulation. Option C, FSK. Option D, filtering. Right answer is option A, line coding. The process of coding multiplexer output into electrical pulses or waveforms for transmission is called line coding. Next question. For a line code, the transmission bandwidth must be: option A, maximum possible. Option B, as small as possible. Option C, depends on the signal. Option D, none of the above. Right answer is option B, as small as possible. Okay. For a line code, the transmission bandwidth must be as small as possible. Next question. Regenerative repeaters are used for: option A, eliminating noise. Option B, reconstruction of signals. Option C, transmission over long distances. Option D, all of the above. Right answer is option D, all of the above. Regenerative repeaters are used for eliminating noise and reconstructions of signals and transmission over long distances also. Next question. Scrambling of data is: option A, removing long strings of ones and zeros. Option B, exchanging of data. Option C, transmission of digital data. Option D, all of the above. Right answer is option A. Scrambling of data is removing long strings of ones and zeros. Okay. Next question. In polar RZ format for coding symbols, 0 is represented by: option A, 0 voltage. Option B, negative voltage. Option C, pulse is transmitted for half the duration. Option D, both B and C are correct. Right answer is option D, both B and C are correct. Polar RZ format for coding symbol 0 is represented by negative voltage as well as pulses transmitted for half the duration. Okay. Next question. In a unipolar RZ format, option A, the waveform has 0 value for symbol 0. Option B, the waveform has A volts for symbol 1. Option C, the waveform has positive and negative values of ones and zeros symbol respectively. And option D, both A and B are correct. Okay. And here right answer is option D. Both A and B are correct. Okay. In a unipolar RZ format, the waveform has 0 value for symbol 0 and the waveform has A volts for symbol 1. Okay. Next question. Polar coding is a technique in which: option A, 1 is transmitted by a positive pulse and 0 is transmitted by negative pulse. Option B, 1 is transmitted by a positive pulse and 0 is transmitted by 0 volts. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. Right answer here is not to be C. Here right answer is option A. Okay. In polar coding is a technique in which 1 is transmitted by a positive pulse and 0 is transmitted by negative pulse. Okay, and this is very important question. Next question. The polarities in NRZ format use option A complete pulse duration, option B half duration, option C both positive as well as negative value, option D each pulse is used for twist the duration. Right answer here is option A complete pulse duration. The polarities in NRZ format use option A complete pulse duration. Next question. The format in which the positive half interval pulse is followed by a negative half interval pulse for transmission of burns 1 is option A polar NRZ format, option B bipolar NRZ format, option C Manchester format, option D none of the above. Right answer is option C Manchester format. Okay. The format in which the positive half interval pulse is followed by a negative half interval pulses for transmission of burn is Manchester format. Next question. The maximum synchronizing capability in coding techniques is present in option A Manchester format, option B polar NRZ, option C polar RZ, option D polar quaternary NRZ. And right answer is option A Manchester format. Okay. The maximum synchronizing capability in coding technique is present in Manchester format. Next question. The advantage of using Manchester format of coding is option A power saving, option B polarity sense at the receiver, option C noise immunity, option D none of the above. Right answer is option A power saving. Okay. The most advantage of using Manchester format of coding is power saving. Okay. Next question. Alternate mark inversion AMI is also known as option A pseudo ternary coding, option B Manchester coding, option C polar NRZ format, option D none of the above. Right answer is option A pseudo ternary coding. Okay. Next question. In DPSK techniques, the techniques used to encode bits is option A AMI, option B differential code, option C unipolar RZ format, option D Manchester format. Right answer here is option B differential code. In DPSK techniques, the techniques used to encode bit is differential code. Next question. The channel capacity according to Shannon's equation is option A maximum error free communication, option B defined for optimum system, option C information transmitted, option D all of the above. Right answer here is option D all of the above. Okay, means the channel capacity according to Shannon's equation are maximum error free communication and defined for optimum system and information transmitted. Okay, so right answer is option D. Next question. For a binary symmetric channel, the random bits are given as option A logic 1 given by probability P and logic 0 is given by 1 minus P, option B logic 1 given by probability 1 minus P and logic 0 by P, option C logic 1 is given by probability P2 and logic 0 by P minus 1, option D logic 1 given by probability P and logic 0 by 1 minus P a whole multiply by 2. And right answer here is option A. Logic 1 is given by probability P and logic 0 by 1 minus P. Okay. So for a binary symmetric channel, the random bits are given by and given as logic 1 given by probability P and logic 0 by 1 minus P. Okay. Next question. The techniques that may be used to increase average information per bit is option A Shannon's Fano algorithm, option B ASK, ASK, option C FSK, and option D digital modulation techniques. And right answer here is option A, Shannon's Fano algorithm. The techniques that may be used to increase average information per bit is Shannon's Fano algorithm. Next question, code rate are k information bits and n as total bits is defined as option A, r is equal to k by n, option B, k is equal to n by r, option C, r is equal to k multiplied by n, option D, n is equal to r multiplied by k. Right answer is option A, r is equal to k by n. Code rate are k information bits and n as total bits is defined as r is equal to k divided by n. Next question. The information rate r for given average information h is equal to 2.2 for analog signal band limited to b Hz Hz is option A, 8 B bits per second, option B 4B bits per second, option C 2B bits per second, option D 16B bits per second. Right answer is option B, 4B bits per second. Okay. The information rate R for given average information h is equal to 2.2 for analog signal band limited to B Hz is 4B bits per second. Next question, information rate is defined as option A, information per unit time, option B, average number of bits of information per second, option C, RH, option D, all of the above. Right answer is option D, all of the above. Okay, so information rate is defined as option A, B and C. Okay, next question. The mutual information, option A is symmetric, option B always non-negative, option C both A and B are correct, option D none of the above. Right answer is option C, both A and B are correct, means the mutual information is symmetric as well as always non-negative. Next question. The relation between entropy and mutual information is option A, I x comma by is equal to h of x minus h of x divided by, and option B, C, D are also given here, and right answer here is option A, I x by is equal to h of x minus h in bracket x divided by. Okay, this is very important question and very important relation. Next and last question of this video. Entropy is option A, average information per message, option B, information in a signal, option C, amplitude of signal, option D, all of the above. Right answer is option A, average information per message. Entropy is the average information per message. Okay guys, now let's wind up the lecture. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you very all the best for your examination. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos, more updates. Press the bell icon also. Please share this video with your friends. Thank you.